Fern needs therapy. Frieren. Let's see if anyone else thinks this. If fans of this show get upset at me for getting so frustrated with Fern, my problem isn't her personality. My problem is that the show never criticizes her personality. A character's flaws are only good flaws if the story knows that they are flaws. Found a Reddit post about Fern commenting on Stark's size. There was a comment asking which one people believed, because Stark says that he was not small. And one of the replies is, I would say that Fern has probably seen Hyther's thing at one point or another when they were all bathing in the river, or at the final years of his life when he was bedridden, and thus would require Frieren and Fern to take care of him. And I would say Hyder packs a lot, so Fern probably has the wrong expectations of how big they're supposed to be, and Stark is fine. Next reply, you didn't have to write this, you know? Then let him cook, you get him out of the kitchen, and the kitchen burned down, sir. I can't believe we got a small dick joke in anime. That's so foreign of a concept to me. Like, I don't think even High School DxD did that. Okay. From what I've seen, these last 6 episodes are some of the best, especially the last 4. Hopefully people aren't lying to me. Alright, what have we got?
Put your fears to rest.
Has that girl ever stopped smiling? This show had some very weak openings. I don't think they're quite at the right vibe.
To move on to the 3rd trial, you must reach the deepest.
There's 3?
Many adventurers have attempted to explore this dungeon.
Who the fuck are you?
Have walked out.
I don't want any mages with promising futures dying here. Ah, and this trial.
Well, at least you're smart.
The bottles will shatter
not
automatically at dawn tomorrow.
a fucking
You'll want
dumbass
to
like the
manage
other
your
guy.
hours wisely.
Surely you're not suggesting that we help one another out.
Why not?
There's no reason for us to fight or face this alone.
Yeah.
That is not happening.
You fucking dumbass. Why?
Unlike the last test, our companions don't have to survive in order for us to pass. But you'd likely use me as a sacrificial pawn.
Okay, so you're
I'll
gonna
do this myself.
die on your own then. What a fucking dumbass. These people are morons. Also, why were they working with her?
Safest thing to do is group up with people you already know well.
Oh, the people you knew for like a couple
Let's go.
days?
Why can't they see that numbers would give us an advantage this time?
Yeah.
We should go, Fern.
Yes, of course. If you're
Why?
sure.
Why are all of them really
Everyone's made
dumb?
Their choice.
Huh. Interesting. It really does feel like a video game, and not in the sense that a
Stone's
lot of
trap.
isekai
Please
do.
try to be more careful.
Huh. Interesting. What I was saying, this feels more like a video game than all the isekai that emulate video games. Which I find so odd. Like, that map felt like a concept that would be added into a video game so that you had a map in the lore that would function as a limited map that you have to learn yourself and open up yourself. That feels more video gamey than any isekai.
He made us trudge through so many of them while we were hunting monsters.
Emma
And
loved dungeons?
How many mimics did you get caught by?
There's more of this level to explore.
A smart
No.
decision.
He is a completionist.
I'm confused. A good point.
How is it a dungeon if it's open to the sky?
We might miss a rare grimoire along the way.
Don't just stand there. Keep exploring.
Of course.
You know you could accompany people against their will, right? The 5 of you could have gone with those 2 very
Mages to
easily.
ensure everybody made it to the bottom.
But not everyone is as pragmatic as you. Remember what
Shut
you said
up.
before. The smartest among us have remained. We make a clever quintet. At least none of us are idiotic enough to fall for mimics or other obvious traps.
This dude is so arrogant.
You think anyone who's taking this test is that naive?
Smash cut to Frieren getting eaten by a mimic.
Don't forget, that spell only has a 99% accuracy rate. important hit.
How has she not been eaten yet? Thank God these are D&D mimics and not
I
Dark
was
Souls
starting to
mimics.
think I chose the wrong people to follow.
A gruesome sight. And where have the bones gone?
Why do you care about gruesome sights? Yesterday you wanted to kill some kids. That was obvious. To the point that it's weird they didn't have eyes on them. Oh. Wasn't this one supposed to be less deadly?
Denkin, the girl is trapped in there.
I saw.
What? You care?
Survive?
That's what she gets for not being a character who got any development.
This looks like the main route, so we'll turn back for now.
Why?
Completionist mentality.
Does
Of course.
this seem too easy? And yet I sense no passion or determination in you. It's puzzling.
I was just thinking that it's not weird
did
that
my best to see
Frieren is
everything
happy
right.
about all this stuff. It's weird that she's not happy ever.
I think I continue searching for magic because I like seeing her happy. In a way, it carries over to me.
Codependency.
Long enough.
Ever since I learned about that, I feel like it's been popping up in every story I ever watch.
Accompany you after all.
Ah, yes, the fodder characters. Let's see more of them. Yes, this is what I want.
Verbal.
So when do we get introduced to nonverbal? Can she normally do that?
At the very least, we won't harm each other by accident.
Yippee, we
There's still
won't
too
get
much
one
we
of
don't know
those
about them.
hit him, not me
Can
scenes.
control multiple copies.
I wonder, can our group handle her?
Ah. Oh. Yeah, good luck with that. Yeah, maybe you all should have gone at once, huh? How did the dungeon decide which opponents to give to which people? And where to put them?
Retreat at once!
Yeah, do the shadows limit their output? Because if Frieren wanted, she could probably kill you all pretty easily. Just kind of had the thought. Who do you guys think would win? Einzel Gone or Frieren at the peak of her power? Whenever in her life that would be. Because even though I think Overlord's magic system is more insane, Frieren's experience and power are on a whole other level. I'd be curious to see that fight. Granted, Reinhardt still sweeps both of them and everything else in all of fiction. Man can always tell apart salt from sugar.
That's an awful lot of blood.
Yeah.
Care if I ask one last question?
Why wasn't he a clone already?
Am I talking to the real you or a
Yeah.
phony? You don't want to be the reason anyone dies, correct? I caught on and created a situation where my blood would undeniably be on your hands. So thank you for that, Four Eyes.
I know you're not supposed to stick your dick in crazy, but I want to stick my dick in crazy. They're not all coming to life, right? Okay.
Well done, Mistress Frieren. This is incredible.
It's only incredible if there's a grimoire.
Are we really going to pass this test without incident?
Luck has been
Stop
good thus
saying
far.
stuff like that. Oh, they got out. Huh.
This is getting interesting. Precisely how conquering a dungeon ought to be.
Anytime she gets excited, I get excited.
You smell pretty. Barring a large difference in mana, there are precious few reasons why it wouldn't work.
How do you smell pretty?
Frieren. Goodness me.
So you weren't hyperbolizing your resistance after all, then?
Earlier, I mentioned that Fern was like a mother, a daughter, an older sister, and a younger sister to Frieren all in one. Now she's also being a wife. Okay. Why was she jealous about Frieren smelling another woman?
There simply remains too much we don't know.
Couldn't you all reasonably take her on, though?
What do you think that is?
Frieren and Frieren should both be equal match against each other. And then they have Fern and the old guy, and then a couple of irrelevant people. But with those two, I feel like they should be able to do enough. Like, I can't see Frieren and Frieren not being pretty much entirely equal. And Fern alone, I feel like, could tip that balance in the side of normal Frieren. Either way, I think Frieren will win that fight.
It has no mind. It's just precisely mimicking the functions of the originals.
Well, good to
There's
know,
no
at least.
point in trying.
The only way to defeat it may well be with brute force.
Think you can do that?
It's
You can
her.
say.
It wouldn't make sense for her to not be able to do it. If it's stronger than her, then that's just straight up bullshit. She might be a little worn out from all the exploring and possible fighting with low-level stuff, but... For some reason, I'm reminded of snowball
Just like
fights.
I can crush anyone, anywhere.
Aside from those people you fought the other day, right?
Battle of force.
I may be able to kill Mistress Frieren.
Oh,
Yes.
good. Let the strategizing begin.
And,
Ah. I don't know why it would be her job over Frieren's. I feel like together they would be able to do it. I feel like if nothing else, Frieren could take most of Frieren's attacks and focus away, while the damage itself is done by Fern. That seems like the obvious choice. But let's see what they think
We
of.
lack the information to make a conclusion.
We were attacked by Zinza's replica, and she took herself out of the competition.
Her getting copied feels like cheating.
Mr. Bly?
If that thing's as strong as Frieren, people will probably die. I'd happily take a hint.
I'm afraid I have no comment.
Yeah, she said she wouldn't help.
They
What-
don't
what-
have any weaknesses.
How do you know that?
Courtesy of my eldest brother. He was in the advance party that the Continental Magic Association sent into the tomb.
And that's convenient.
That explains how you lasted this long.
Shut up!
That information would have been more valuable in our hands.
Fuck off!
So you felt very approachable to us at the time. Have you seen yourself? I don't trust a middle-aged egoist like you not to abandon your allies.
Fuck yeah!
She really doesn't like you, huh?
While middle-aged is...
Who would?
There's something about having it thrown in your face that stings.
Don't you think you should apologize?
That's a shame, you middle-aged bastard.
The Spiegel
God,
is
he's
lost
such
in
a
the treasure.
dick.
They slowly begin to trickle down to the bottom of the labyrinth to protect it.
Yeah, you guys cannot
Aside
deal
from my
with more than
brother's
Frieren
needs,
at once.
Most of
That means the flesh and blood's vulnerabilities should show up in their double.
I would think so.
If that much is true, we
Put
may
her to
have a
sleep.
good chance.
What's she trying to show with that?
Can't be. If you were aware of this, why didn't you bother mentioning it?
Huh.
It's mortifying, to say the least.
This is not the time to be embarrassed.
She's
You just
highly skilled in every other
Showed
area
off your
of magic.
her fatal vulnerability in
And I
front of
doubt there are
everyone.
many
Why wouldn't
mages
she be
who can
embarrassed?
exploit that vulnerability.
Let's discuss our strategy.
Oh, we don't hear the plan. It's gonna work. Oh my god. Frieren loves that ooh face whenever they do that. Alright. How much time is left in the
Now,
episode? Oh,
Let
still
our
got.
plans speak for itself.
We still got half. Okay, we're gonna see part of this fight.
Win?
The fewer
Like
of
I
us
said.
who are inside, the easier it will be to predict its movements.
I thought it just needed those
If
two.
we all entered the battle at once, our victory would be nearly guaranteed.
Fern's replica is gonna
If
be
they surround us,
pretty
nobody will
rough.
make it out of this dungeon alive. Jude Darajim.
Oh my god, holy crap, that's a way to start. Okay, we're not wasting any time.
Its mana detection broke off. I have no doubt that your Zoltrak can kill me. Hit it with every last drop of mana you've got.
Okay. Are we really gonna do this in one episode? Ah! Fucking flashbacks!
Until very recently, human societies have written magic off as the stuff of demons. Therefore, studying it openly was strictly forbidden.
Checks out.
I remember the first time she described this lofty aspiration. She was a girl, small in stature, but great in spirits. I didn't think she would live to see such an era. I never would have guessed she'd bring it on herself. So don't neglect your training, Frieren.
What's her... I can't figure out what her deal is. Okay. Ah, fuck you! Come on! I can't really figure out... Does Zarya have motivation or goals, or is she just kind of an entity?